WROI News, streaming live at WROIFM.com. This is WROI News.
.1 WROI, it's time to take a look at your local news. The news today is brought to you by Wendy's Restaurant, 2340 South Main, Rochester. Wendy's is way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. And by Rochester Greenhouse, send a fresh cut flower bouquet today and make someone's day. We are currently sitting at 18 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky here in downtown Rochester. We'll have a look at your full weather forecast a little bit later on in your news. The Fulton County Commissioners met and heard the highway report on some damage during last year's floods. Commission President Brian Lewis was our guest on WROI and brought us up to speed.
A little over a year ago when we had all the flooding and everything, we had FEMA come in and Homeland Security, and they did a bunch of inspections and a lot of the damage that we had. And we're getting reimbursements. We've got one payment so far. We're waiting on another one. And then there's a couple projects that we do not have finished yet. So that totaling $399,000 and some change there, so that we'll be getting most of that back.
The commissioners also got an update on the River Road, and Lewis told us about that as well.
We've got a little area again that's starting to wash away. So it's just, I believe it's to the west of where it was. So there'll be USI, our engineering firm that we work with out there. They'll be coming up here, I think, next week sometime and on something else. Then we're going to go out there and look at that again and see what we need to do to address that.
Lewis also gave us an update on the status of the jail project.
What we're waiting to get back are the proposals for contractors to be the construction manager of the project. They'll provide us with an explanation of their services and what they will do, and then we'll review those, and then out of however many proposals we get, then we'll narrow it down to one, and then we can hire one, and that company will then help us with some pre-construction. Like, we have a couple sites we're looking at, so they can help us evaluate the sites. Is this site better than the site A, site B? And that'll be a fixed cost for a lot of that. And then after that, once we get into the build, it'll be on a percentage basis.
And again, that was Fulton County Commissioners President Brian Lewis. In statewide news, the legislature could be voting on a new teacher pay law next week. The law would force schools to explain if more than 15% of their budget is spent outside the classroom. Indiana House Ways and Means co-chairman Todd Huston says having schools publicly announce what their teachers are making will create better information on the scope of the issue.
The development of House Bill 1003 was not to act as a stick, but as to begin getting us that shared information and fact base that then we could take action from. We've watched a lot of schools step up in the last year, raise their teacher pay to $40,000 based upon a negotiation at a local level deciding, look, the pie is this big. Whether you believe your district needs more counselors, more aides, more mental health specialists, those are things I fundamentally think should be made locally.
Huston also says the state lacks a universally accepted database of what teachers are paid now. We'll be back with a look at your full weather forecast after this.
2 fabulous ways to celebrate Valentine's Day, Thursday, February 14th. Rochester Greenhouse has the beautiful blooms, and Brooch Boutique right next door offers her favorite fashions. Rochester Greenhouse is offering new and different presentations of love's favorite flower, the rose, in many romantic colors and price ranges. Or send a Valentine's Day's fresh cut flower bouquet. Brooch Boutique offers the latest fashions for women in sizes small to plus with new arrivals every day. And best of all, winter clearance is going on now. Who wouldn't love their Valentine's Day Roses and Wardrobe Special? Receive a dozen roses and a Brooch Boutique $50 gift card for just $99. Gift certificates are available too. That's Rochester Greenhouse and Brooch Boutique, 412 West 11th Street, right off Main, or call them at 574-223-3146. Winter clearance going on now at Brooch Boutique, Rochester, Warsaw, and Wabash.
And now for something deliciously different from Wendy's. Wendy's Double Stack is still an option in the 4 for $4, with a quarter pound of fresh beef, 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. That's a deal so good it should not exist. Like how owls shouldn't be able to turn their heads all the way around.
Whew, wouldn't like that deal.
The 4 for $4 with your choice of a double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT. A deal so great, it's impossibly good, but not for long.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and a drink. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
And again, we are sitting at 18 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky here in downtown Rochester. Winnemac is at 17. Culver is at 18 degrees. We continue to see a mostly cloudy sky. The rest of the afternoon might still get up to 22 degrees. Tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy. We have a low around 19. Tomorrow, we see a slight chance of drizzle or freezing drizzle after 2 p.m. We have a mostly cloudy sky otherwise and a high near 38. Tomorrow night, we see some patchy fog after 8 p.m., a low around 36. On Sunday, patchy fog, possibly some mostly cloudy skies when the fog lifts, a high near 47 and a low around 42. Monday, we see rain after 2 p.m., a high near 54, a low around 30. And on Tuesday, we see another chance of rain in the afternoon. We have a high near 41 and a low around 31. Again, we are sitting at 18 degrees in Culver, 17 degrees in Winnemac, and 18 degrees here in downtown Rochester. This has been a look at the forecast for Rochester and all of north central Indiana. The news today was brought to you by Wendy's. Wendy's hamburgers are made fresh, never frozen, and now open late. And by Rochester Greenhouse, corner of 11th and Fulton Streets. They are your full-service hometown florist. For WROI News, I'm Paul Zartman.
Do you have the WROI News Tip of the Week? When you see or hear news happening, call 223-6059. If you have the top tip of the week, we'll pay you $10. That's 574-223-6059. 223-6059.